Okay, so I wanted to take the worksheet that you were given yesterday for an assignment and work through some of the problems so that you can make sure you did them correctly. We'll go over these in class, but I wanted to work out in detail for those who needed it. So I'm going to take and just start with number 1. And I don't have a whole lot of room to do this, but I'm going to do the best I can. So when I start with number 1, 5r minus 5 equals 5r plus 7. So what I end up doing here is I realize that I have a 5r on the left and a 5r on the right, which are the same. So I know they are both going to cancel, so I'm going to subtract 5r on each side. When I do that, it does make the 5r's both cancel, which leaves me with two integers, a negative 5 on the left and a positive 7 on the right. Those are definitely not equal to one another, which makes your answer no solution. Okay, number 2 is 3 parenthesis 2x plus 11 equals 6x plus 33. Anytime we have an equation that has parentheses, we want to do distributive property first to get rid of that. So I'm going to take and do 3 times 2x, which is 6x, and then 3 times a positive 11, which is a positive or plus 33. Bring down the rest of my problem, and you probably can see at this point that both sides are the same, 6x plus 33 on the left and the right, which tells me that because they're identical, it is going to be infinitely many, but I'll go ahead and work it out. 6x on the left and right, so I would choose 1 and just do the opposite, subtract 6x. When I do that, they both cancel, which I knew they would. I'm left with a positive 33 on the left and a positive 33 on the right. Because those are equal, my answer becomes infinitely many solutions. Okay, number 3. 3 parenthesis 4x minus 2 equals 12x. Same as before, we have parentheses here, so we want to do distributive property. So 3 times 4x would give us 12x, and then 3 times a negative 2 would give us negative 6, which we write as minus 6. Bring down your equal and your 12x. Now I have a 12x on the left and a 12x on the right, so I'm going to choose 1 and just do the opposite, which is subtract 12x. Those both cancel, which I expected, so what's left over on the left side is a negative 6 to bring down, and on the right side, because those cancel, there's nothing to bring down, but you have to put a number, which is 0. Nothing is 0. And I have two numbers that are not equal, so my answer would be no solution. Okay, I'm going to erase these and then start with number 4. So I'm going to take my eraser. And I'm going to go back to number 4. Number 4 is a little bit longer, so it's 7x plus 2 parenthesis x minus 2, close parenthesis equal, and then 3 parenthesis 3x plus 4. This one has distributive property on the left side and the right side. So I'm going to start out by doing my distributive property. On the right side, I'm going to do 3 times 3x, which is 9x, and then 3 times a positive 4, which is positive or plus 12. Okay, on the left side, I'm going to do distributive here. That's a positive 2 outside the parenthesis. So 2 times x is a positive 2x, and then 2 times negative 2 is a negative or minus 4. That does need to be a plus sign in front of the 2x, not because it was a plus sign there, but because when I said a positive 2 times x, I got a positive 2x. And then I just bring down my 7x. Now I'm not ready to solve yet, because if I look at the left side of my equation, I have a 7x and a plus 2x. And if they are on the same side, we combine them because they're like terms. So 7x plus 2x combines to 9x. Bring down the rest of your equation, minus 4 equals, and then 9x plus 12 on the right. Now I have a simplified equation I'm ready to solve. So I have a 9x on the left and a 9x on the right. So they are the same, so I'll just pick one and do the opposite to both sides. Those both will cancel out, leaving two numbers, negative 4 on the left, positive 12 on the right. Those are clearly not equal, so your answer is no solution. And I usually mark through the equal sign to show that they're not equal, but obviously you can tell they're not equal, and no solution is the answer I'm looking for, so as long as you have the answer as no solution, you'll be fine. Okay, don't have room again, so I'm going to erase again. I'll give you a minute to look at that. You can always back up the video if you need to back it up and look at the problem, and pause it. Okay, number 5. 3 parenthesis x minus 1, close parenthesis minus 2x, equals negative 2x plus 3 parenthesis x minus 1. Again, we have distributive property on the left and the right, so we need to clear that up first. So on the left, we do 3 times x, which is 3x, and then 3 times negative 1, which is negative 3, or minus 3. Bring down the rest of that side and your equal sign. On the right side doing distributive, we're going to have a positive 3 times x, which is a positive 3x, and a positive 3 times a negative 1, which is minus 3. Bring down the negative 2x at the beginning. And if you ever get stuck when you're bringing stuff down and you don't know what sign to put in front of it, if it's a plus or a minus, just always go back and look. If it's a positive, put a plus. If it's a negative, put a minus. Okay, we're not ready to solve yet because when I look at my equation, on the left side I have a 3x and a minus 2x that are like terms. On the right side, I have a minus 2x and a plus 3x that are like terms. So I need to combine those before I do any solving. So if I combine those, what I'm going to see is, on the left, 3x minus 2x is 1x. Bring down the minus 3. On the right side, if I do negative 2x plus 3x, negative 2 plus 3 is positive 1x, and then bring down the minus 3. You can probably see here that these are identical, but let's keep solving. Let's subtract 1x on each side to get rid of our variable. Those will both cancel, and like we thought, we'll leave two numbers that are equal or identical. So my answer becomes infinitely many solutions. Okay, number 6. Go back. Number 6 is y equals y. Well, there's no solving to this one. It's already identical on both sides, so you can just look at it and tell that the answer is infinitely many solutions. If you want to work it down so you can see, you could subtract y on both sides, which would cancel, but we have learned that you have to put a number down, so if everything cancels, you put a 0. And obviously 0 is equal to 0. So that's why infinitely many solutions is the answer to number 6. Okay, I'm going to erase that, and then we're going to do one more at the top before we look at the bottom. Number 7. Okay, so number 7 is negative x minus 8 in parentheses plus 4x equals 2 parenthesis x plus 4, close parenthesis, plus x. Okay, I'm going to clear up my parentheses first. On the left side, that negative sign, there's an understood 1 there, so it's like negative 1 multiplied by the parenthesis. So we're going to do negative 1 times x is negative 1x, and then negative 1 times negative 8 is a positive 8, or plus 8. Bring down your plus 4x equals, now let's do distributive on the right side. 2 times x is 2x, and then 2 times a positive 4 is a positive 8. And then bring down your plus x, and I'm going to stick a 1 in front of that one. Okay, on the left side I have like terms, negative 1x and a positive 4x. On the right side I have like terms, 2x and a positive 1x. So let's combine those. On the left, negative 1x plus 4x is 3x. Bring down your plus 8. On the right, 2x plus 1x is 3x, and bring down your plus 8. And you can see here that they are identical. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 3x on both sides to get rid of that variable, just so we can see. They cancel, and I'm left with a positive 8 on the left and a positive 8 on the right. Those are equal to one another, so the answer is infinitely many solutions. Okay, so I'm going to move on to number 8. Number 8 says, which equation has one solution? One solution is going to be an equation that has an answer like x equals 5, for example, or y equals 2. So what we want is, we want to pick an equation that does not come out no solution or infinitely many. So if I look at A has a 5x on the left and a 5x on the right. Those are identical, so anything identical we can cancel out. I know they're going to cancel if I subtract 5x on each side. What's left is a positive 4 on the left and a negative 9 on the right. That would give me no solution. So I know that's not the answer. Then I look at B part. B part has a negative 6 on the left and a negative 6x and a negative 6x on the right. So I know those will cancel if I add 6x to both sides. That leaves me with a negative 1 on the left and a positive 2 on the right. Those are not equal, so that's no solution. The next one is C. Okay, I have a negative 2x on the left, and I also have a minus 2x on the right. Those are the same thing. Negative and minus are the same thing. So those are going to cancel. That's going to leave me with a positive 5 on the left and a positive 5 on the right, which is infinitely many. So that's not the answer. The last one has parentheses, so I do need to clear up distributive first. So that would be 2 times x is 2x plus 2 times 1 is 2. Bring down your equal and then bring down the other side of your equation. What I notice here is that I have a 3x on the left and a 2x on the right. They're not alike, so they're not going to cancel. If your variables don't cancel, you will solve and end up with an answer. So I can either solve this or I know that it's my answer. But if I solve it, I would subtract 2x on each side. That would leave me with, and I'm going to have to go over here to finish it, that would leave me with 1x plus 5 equals 2. And then I would subtract 5 on both sides. And that would leave me with x equals negative 3. Which I knew from the beginning that I was going to get an answer because my variables were not the same. So I knew they both would not cancel. Okay, number 9. Which equation has no solution? No solution, when you get to the bottom, looks like a number equal to another number, and they're not equal. The variables are gone. There is no variable in this. So let's look at these. If I look at A, I've got a 1x on the left and a 3x on the right. Because those are not the same, I know they're not going to cancel, I'm going to end up with an answer. I'm going to end up with one solution. B part has a negative 3x on the left and a negative 3x on the right. Those will cancel out because they're alike. But what's left is 1 equal 1. And that's infinitely many because those are equal. D part. I have a D on the left, a 1D, and a 1D on the right. Those will cancel. I'm left with negative 3 equals negative 5, and that is no solution. So it looks like C is my answer. I'm going to go ahead and work D just to be sure. On D, I have a 2x on the left and a 3x on the right. Those will not cancel, so I know that I will have an answer. So I will have one solution. So C is the correct answer. The last one is number 10. Which equations have infinitely many solutions? Select all that apply, so we need to check every one that's correct. Infinitely many looks like two numbers that are equal at the end. So if I look at A, My two x's are the same, so they'll cancel. I'm left with 3 equals 3. That is infinitely many. So I'm going to circle A. If I look at B, x equals x, those are identical. If I cancel the x's out, I end up with 0 equals 0. That is infinitely many. If I look at C, I have a 6x and a 2x. Those are not the same, so they're not going to cancel, so I'm going to end up with one solution. D part, you have a 3x on the left, a 2x on the right. They're not the same, so they won't cancel, so I'm left with one solution. E part, 7x on the left, 7x on the right. If I cancel those out, I have a negative 8 on the left equals a negative 8 on the right. That is infinitely many because those are equal. And the last one I need to do distributive. That would be 2x minus 8 on the right and 2x minus 8 bring down on the left. Those are identical. If I cancel out my two x's, I have negative 8 equals negative 8. So that is infinitely many. So we actually had 4, A, B, E, and F for answers. And that is the worksheet.